Good morning, students. I, Rashmi ma'am, is again back with your online classes, or you can say your online session in subject biology for class 7. So, student, previously we have completed our skeletal tissue, which was about cartilage and bone. Our this skeletal tissue was being only for the bone and the cartilage, and both includes our endoskeleton, which is for the vertebrates only. I have explained you what is vertebrate. That is kind of that human beings who have a spinal cord. Now the functions of bones we have also studied: support, which attach the muscles and other tissues, protection internal organs from injury, movement. It enables body movement in a very flow mannered, mineral storage, calcium and phosphorus, which are very essential for our bodies. It has been stored with the help of the bones. And last is your blood cell production. The production of blood cells occur in the red bone marrow of the long bones. So this was the function of the bones. Now we are going to read about the fluid connective tissue. This fluid connective tissue is connected with our blood and the lymph, the platelets, the WBC, the RBC. You can see that a skeletal was connected with the bone and the cartilage, and our fluid connective tissue is connected with the blood and the lymph. So first of all, what is fluid connective tissue? So fluid connective tissue are those group of cells which make connections between different organs, thus tissues by their fluid matrix. These are the tissues which what they are a group of cells which make connections between different organs. Fluid connective tissue make a connection between different organs, you can say that. In this we have to read about the connective tissue links the different parts of the body and maintains a continuity in the body. It includes blood and lymph. So in fluid connective tissue it includes bloods and lymph. One more thing, our this fluid connective tissue is being called as a fluid or the matrix. The connections are mostly meant for supplying nutrients, gases like O2 and CO2. This fluid connective tissue mostly is used for supplying nutrients, which is in the form of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Both of them are essential for the cells for their living. So our cells need both of them, oxygen also and carbon dioxide also, because these two both are the essential nutrients in the form of gas which helps the fluid connective tissue or the group of cells to perform their functions. The fluid connective tissue is mainly blood and lymph. What are they? Only blood and lymph. This connective tissue only includes blood and lymph. Now see, blood, a fluid connective tissue, provides a transport system within our body for oxygen and other important substances. So our blood, which is a transport system within our body, and this blood what it does, it transport the oxygen to the different parts of the body with the help of blood, which is a fluid connective tissue and a very important substance. Also it provides a transport system of other important substances also. Now cartilage provides strong support and connection for our skeletal framework, and function of bones is to support and protect soft tissues and organs in our body. We have studied that the cartilage provides the strong support and connection for our skeletal framework. Our body is made up of a skeleton. So this skeleton framework is being only performed by the cartilage, and the function of bones is to support and protect the soft tissues, your muscles, and the other tissues and organs in our body. So what blood do? It provides oxygen. Cartilage provide strong support and a skeletal framework, and the bones provide support and protect our soft tissues, muscles, other tissues and organs in our body. Now, blood is one of the most important components. What is blood? Blood is the most important component of our life. Without blood, we in our body we feel very sick. Almost any animal that possesses a circulatory system has blood. Any animal, or you can say the living beings. In living beings, humans and animals. In plants you can't find blood, but in human beings and animals almost possesses a circulatory system which is called blood. From an evolutionary perspective, blood was speculated to have risen from a type of cell that was responsible for phagocytosis and nutrition. Billions of years later, blood and the circulatory system have drastically helped the evolution of more complex life forms. So, in human beings and in animals, blood possesses a circulatory system. It is not from the this time, it is from the very earlier evolutionary perspective. Blood was speculated to have arisen from a type of cell which is only and only responsible for phagocytosis and the nutrition, division of the cells and the nutritions. It helps in the life forms of the complex life forms of the every evolution. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. What is blood? Blood is a fluid connective tissue. In this tissue, cells move in a fluid or liquid matrix or a medium called blood plasma. The blood plasma does not contain protein fibers but contains cells called blood corpuscles or blood cells. These blood corpuscles are cells, or you can say red blood corpuscles, that is RBC or erythrocytes. Erythrocytes. Second is white blood cells or WBCs or leukocytes. And the third one is your platelets. So, blood is a fluid connective tissue. What is blood? It is a fluid connective tissue. It consists of a liquid matrix called the plasma. It consists of liquid matrix that is called the plasma, in which blood cells are present. So it can be said blood is an important lifeline. Our blood is a fluid connective tissue, or you can say the liquid matrix, which is called plasma. In this plasma, blood cells are present. So it is a very important lifeline for every human beings and also animals. It travels all around the body in a specialized blood vessels. You see, from top to the tip of the hair till from top to the tip of the hair till this blood circulates in a specialized blood vessels, or you can say it travels around the whole body. Blood has many functions to play in the body. Blood play many different roles and functions inside our body. First, it transports the gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Second, the nutrients, which is very much important for every cells. Hormones, which hormones as well as the elimination of the waste material. It also helps in the transport of hormones. And the last is your waste material, which is not useful for our body. There are different kinds of acids also, and the different types of undigested food also. Each and everything is eliminated from our body with the help of the blood. So there are the many functions which blood performs. First is the transport of gases, transport of nutrients, transport of hormones, and the transport of the waste materials. There are three types of blood cells that are found in the plasma. So the liquid matrix, which is called plasma, in which these blood cells are found, it is being made up of, or you can say it is being of three types. First I had said you red blood cells, or you can say red blood corpuscles, or the erythrocytes. Next is your white blood cells, or the WBC, or the leukocytes. And the last is your thrombocytes, or the blood platelets. The RBC and the WBC are the living components of the blood. What are they? They are the living components of the blood, which are RBCs and WBCs. The RBCs have a pigment called hemoglobin. Our when you go and give your blood test, there if your hemoglobin is very less, then it shows that your body is having very little amount of blood. So this pigment in our red blood cell is come from hemoglobin. Due to this only, blood appears red in color. The WBC help in protecting the body by attacking any foreign body that enters into the body. So WBC work like as antibodies inside our body, or it protects our body by the attacking of the foreign body. Foreign body means outer things. Foreign means what? Outer things. Means the things which come from the environment, or from the food habit, or from our daily routine, which enters in the body, which is very harmful for our body, is being protected by the WBC only. While the blood platelets are responsible for clotting of blood, and this blood platelets are responsible for clotting of blood. So these three types are having their three different functions. Red blood corpuscles, or the red blood cells, or the erythrocytes, or the RBC, has a pigment which is called hemoglobin. Due to this only, blood appears red in color. WBCs, white blood cells, or leukocytes, protect our body by the attacking of any foreign body that enters into the body. And last is blood platelets, helps for the clotting of blood. If in your body there is very much less platelets, then the clotting of blood will be impossible. Blood is a fluid connective tissue that consists of plasma, blood cells, and platelets. In a simple straight word, you should know that blood is a fluid connective tissue that consists of plasma, blood cells, and platelets, which circulates throughout our body, delivering what? Oxygen, nutrients to various cells and tissues. It makes up 8% of our body weight. How much it makes? It makes up 8% of our body. Means the whole weight of our body, in this 8% is our blood. An average adult possesses around 5 to 6 liters of blood. In your adult body, in any adult person, you will find that, or it possesses around 5 to 6 liters of blood. How much it consists of? 5 to 6 liters of blood. So in adult body you will find 5 to 6 liters of blood, and the whole weight of the body, in this 8% is our blood. So this was the whole description about the blood. I hope you have understand very well. So in straight one, the definition of the blood will be: blood is a fluid connective tissue that consists of plasma, blood cells and platelets. Now we are going to study about the types of blood cells.